The pressure is on for the Arizona Cardinals offense in 2025. The fans have their expectations, and the reasons for struggling have to be out the door. I'm not saying Super Bowl or bust or even playoffs, but this team has enough talent on the offensive side of the ball that we as fans shouldn't be unsatisfied, especially when it comes to the play calling. Drew Petzing has to put it together in 2025 in order for the Cards to meet their expectations. You have dominant pass catchers, a top-tier power back, depth at all the skill groups, and a dual-threat quarterback. The training wheels are off for Petzing going into year 3 with the organization. No more excuses. Petzing and others may be on the way out if this team doesn't perform to the standard, and that could include some very beloved players. In this video, I'm going to highlight Petzing's weaknesses as the offensive coordinator and lay out what my personal and what the fan expectations should be of this offense and of quarterback Kyler Murray in 2025. If you agree, you should consider subscribing to the channel for more Cardinals talk. Drew Petzing was brought in with the changing of the guard, hired by Jonathan Gannon as the offensive coordinator, after the two worked for the same staff for the Vikings from 2014 to 2017, before Petzing followed Kevin Stefanski from the Vikings to the Browns. Petzing, a former defensive back whose career was cut short by injuries, has certainly worked his way up the coaching ladder. Starting out at Harvard as a volunteer coaching assistant, when he broke into the NFL, it was with the Browns as an intern. Since then, he has spent time at 6 different positions, all on offense, but at no level in his career, college, or in the NFL, did Petzing gain experience play calling prior to landing the OC role with the Cardinals. Year 1 was interesting, obviously missing their franchise quarterback for the first portion of the season, but Petzing worked well alongside Joshua Dobbs. Once Kyler came back, it never fully clicked for the coordinator and his new QB, which could easily be chopped up to the fact that Kyler didn't have time to learn the new system and was thrown in at the halfway point of the season. In 2024, however, there was a lot of excitement for the team. Kyler had been living and breathing football in the offseason, McBride broke out, and Marvin Harrison Jr. was the newly drafted superstar. The pieces were all there, but they never were able to find a consistent groove. Nothing against James Conner, but the team relied too much on the run and too much on number 6 alone. I made a video already talking about how the offense seemingly forgot about rookie running back Trey Benson. Fans wanted to see their high-paid quarterback throw the ball downfield, and they just didn't get that chance, ranking 18th in team passing yards. And overall, there weren't many explosive plays. The offense wasn't very exciting, which is a shared blame between Kyler and Petzing, as the few times that Murray did air the ball out, he would be too reckless, so you can't fault the play caller for trying to take care of the football. But there are things that Petzing can and will have to do to find success in 2025, mainly scheming specifically for Marvin Harrison Jr. You have an elite pass catcher like that who was highly touted as one of the greatest receiver prospects to ever come out of college, but he never had the opportunity to show his abilities in year 1 in the NFL. The one breakout game versus the Rams, and then after that, Marv really wasn't the focal point of the offense for the rest of the season. He made just 62 receptions. Drew and Kyler need to make number 18 as big of a part of this offense as Trey McBride is. And you have to give credit to Petzing for letting McBride blossom into the star that he is now, moving on from Zach Ertz and letting McBride step up to the task. But still, it took him until the end of the season to find the end zone, which is a reflection of the play caller and the quarterback. He's as good of a red zone threat as a tight end can be in this league, and hopefully he's more utilized as such in 2025. Last season, the offensive line held up, providing Murray with 2.81 seconds to get the ball out of his hands on average, which was near the middle of the pack among quarterbacks. Murray took 30 sacks, which was the lowest amount that he had taken over a full season in his career. Despite much of the same personnel, the line will have a new look in 25, after Clayton Adams, the position coach, became the offensive coordinator in Dallas. However, Justin Fry joins the staff, previously coaching Paris Johnson Jr. at Ohio State, and PJJ thinks that Fry can make this O-line even better. Moving on to the most pressing matter of this offense. If things don't click in 2025, it's not going to entirely be on Drew Petzing. As much as this kills me to say, as a guy who has had his back throughout his entire career, this is a prove-it season for Kyler Murray, and it likely means that if he doesn't do just that, he won't be the man leading the Cards in 2026. I've always been optimistic about Kyler. Every offseason you hear the same things, that he's been working his tail off and looks just as good as ever. But he's got to show that on the field every week. He's not coming off an injury, he's had time to gel with the guys, and it's no longer a new system. While Petzing might lose his job next offseason if things don't go well, we as fans all know that he won't get nearly the same amount of blame nationally as Kyler Murray. They are waiting for him to fail. The media will pounce on the quarterback whenever a team is struggling. But when it's Kyler Murray, they really don't care if it's his fault. Nobody holds back. I'm still all in on Kyler. He's still my quarterback, and as long as he's on this team, I will support him. But at some point, the expectations just need to be met. He's not a young guy anymore. He's heading into year 7 as the Cardinals quarterback. So I think overall, the most pressure of anybody in the Cardinals organization for 2025 is on the shoulders of number 1. This is the year that it has to click for the Cards. Drew Petzing and Kyler Murray need to perform. The pieces are all there. Great receiver, solid second option, elite tight end, and a leader in the backfield. If the Cards stay healthy, the expectation has to be a top 10 offense in the league, Murray in MVP talks, and an NFC West crown. If this team isn't playing after week 18, changes will be made whether we agree with them or not. But I'm not going to let those expectations stop me from enjoying Cardinals football in September, and neither should you. This is a season of excitement, and it's time to prove some people wrong about our birds. Let me know if you guys agree with my take in this video, and let me know what you think the win total will be for the Cards in 2025. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.